Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. How are you dears? All are fine? Okay. Then today again with your English and your third chapter, the village school. What's the name of our chapter? Village school. The village school. Okay, then last chapter we discussed our brook and its movements. It's a story of brook, right? Then today I told you that our chapter name is the village school. Okay, all of you open page number 22. Okay, then before starting the class, I want to ask something about our chapter. Do you like the people around us? Do you like? Yes, surely, right? Okay, then just think about that. You are in a village, and then persons are give more importance to labor. That means job and hard working personalities around you, and didn't know about the importance of education, and but only you the person, you yourself think about education and tolerate or sacrificed a lot and get education, and you become you get education. And what is the mentality of yours? Think that all the people around you are give more important to work and money and a good living and everything. Instead of that, you think that you want to study, and you want to study and study more, and you want to go outside of your village and want to see everything what is going on beyond your village and everything. If you think like that, surely we want to study more. Okay, then after completing your education and all, when you reach your village, you can't adjust with that village people. Am I right? Yes. Then what will you think? You think that, oh, I don't want this village. Surely I will ran. You ran away from here, from this village, or you think that surely I can educate them others. I can educate my friends. I can educate my people around me. Can you think like that? Which option you will select? Which option? Ran away from your village, right? No. Yes, surely we want to think. What we want to think? We want to educate the people, those who are around us. Am I right? Okay, then here we have one chapter, the village school. Who changed the village? The 3 young girls changed the village. Okay, all of you? Okay, then listen carefully, then surely you can easily get your chapter. Okay, okay, then all of you listen. The village school. All of you read the name of our chapter. Read, all of you. Yes, village school. Okay, the village school. Listen carefully. Tabassum, Taranum and Rubina are 3 inspiring young girls. They have changed the face of little village of Sajoy near Varanasi for good. There was a time when no child in the village took education seriously. Girls would drop out of school to help their mothers, and the people of the village refused to see the importance of a good education. In our village, Nobody studied. We, the three of us, were the only ones who finished school and went on to study further. Okay, listen carefully. Some of the children had never even stepped out of village. The children from the Basti start working at a young age and ignore their education, says Tabassum. Okay, all of you. Then you read all of you that two paragraphs. Speed up. Speedily. Okay, completed. Then have you get anything? Understood? Something, right? I told you earlier about. I told you some introduction, right? Some points about our chapter. Okay, all of you. Then who are the persons? Tabassum, Taranam and Rubina. Okay, Tabassum, Taranam and Rubina are three inspiring young girls. Inspire others. Inspiring means making you feel you want to do something as well. Inspiring others. Okay, inspiration. Okay, inspiring young girls. They have changed the face of the little village of Sajoy near Varanasi. Then these three young girls changed the village. Okay, what is the situation of the village? Listen. There was a time when no child in the village took education seriously. I told you that there was a time when no child in the village took education seriously. Girls would drop out of school to help their mothers. Drop out of school means stop their education between. That means stop suddenly, then stop in a day. We can say like that. Okay, they drop out means they couldn't complete. They didn't complete their education. Okay, they didn't complete their education and they didn't. When they stop, that means at between the classes. That means in between the classes they just drop out. Okay, they couldn't complete their their classes and they are stopped in between the class suddenly. They are stopped the classes suddenly for helping their mothers. Okay, girls would drop out of school to help their mothers and the people of the village then help their mothers. Okay, that is the first reason. Girls dropped their school for helping their mothers. Okay, school pettanokku nirthi povune nammal drop out enna paraya. Okay, then drop out of school to help their mothers and the people of the village refused to see the importance of a good education. Okay, always they refused, they didn't mind or they didn't hear for the importance of education. Okay, all of you. Okay, read again. Tabassum, Taranam and Rubina. All of you look at your textbook. Tabassum, Taranam and Rubina are three inspiring young girls. They have changed the face of the little village of Sajoy near Varanasi for good. There was a time when no child in the village took education seriously. Girls would drop out of school to help their mothers and people of the village refused to see the importance of a good education. Okay, all of you. Then I think we have one question from that. All of you turn to page and what is our question? What does Tabassum say about children from village? What does Tabassum say about the children from village? അവരുടെ വില്ലേജിലെ ചിൽഡ്രനെ കുറിച്ച് അവർക്ക് എന്താണ് പറയാനുള്ളത്? Okay. Okay. Answer is there in our second paragraph. Okay, all of you listen. Second paragraph. In our village, nobody studied, and we, the three of us, were the only ones who finished school and went on to study further. Some of the children had never even stepped out of the village. The children from the Basti start working at young age and ignore their education, says Tabasam. Okay, all of you listen again. In our village, nobody studied. Okay, they are talking. We, the three of us, were the only ones who finished school and went on to study further. Okay, Tabasam said that in our village, we, the three person only studied. Okay, and the children, some of the children had never even stepped out of the village. ഈ വില്ലേജിൽ നിന്നും ഇതുവരെ എന്താണ് പുറത്ത് വരെ കടക്കാത്ത പുറത്തു പോകാത്ത ആൾക്കാർ വരെ ഉണ്ട്. The children from the Basti means area where people with lower incomes live, poor persons. Then the children from the Basti start working at a young age and ignore their education. They start working from their younger age onwards and ignore, just avoid. Okay, avoid their education. Then says Tabasa. Okay, all of you read again that chapter. That 2 paragraphs. Speed up. Okay, then answer, question answer, that means answer of question number 1. Read question number 1. What does Tabasam says about the children from the village? Write down all of you. She says the children start working all of you write. She says the children start working early and start working early and give me yes, ignore the education. Ignore the education. Okay, read. She says the children start working early and ignore their education. Ignore their, T-H-E-I-R. Ignore their education. Okay, speed up. Ignore their, T-H-E-I-R, their education. Okay, all of you. Okay, then who studied well there in that village? Tabasam, Taranam and Rubina. Okay, the girls. Okay, we move to our 3rd paragraph. All of you listen. The girls decided to take matters into their own hands. They decided to do something themselves. Okay, they started going door to door to ask students to go school. They got in touch with the Human Welfare Association, an NGO in Varanasi, which trained them to take on this challenge and provided them with support. They decided to change their village. These educated personalities, these educated young girls decided to educate their villagers, and for that purpose they leave everything and they started to work hard, and they started going door to door to ask students to go to school. Understand? They go to door and ask them and call them to school. എല്ലാ വീടുകളും ഡോറിൽ നിന്ന് ഡോറിലേക്ക് എന്താണ് എല്ലാ വീടുകളിലും ചെന്നിട്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്തു? കുട്ടികളെ ഇൻവൈറ്റ് ചെയ്തു. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് ദേ ഗോട്ട് ഇൻ ടച്ച് വിത്ത് they got the support of NGO in Varanasi, and which trained them, and they supported them, trained them to take on his challenge and provided with them support. Okay, then NGO and Human Welfare Association and NGO also then supported them for the fulfillment of their goal. Understand all of you? Okay, next question answer. We are moving to our second question. For whom did the 3 girls start the school? Okay, then we can answer in our next paragraph. The girls found a small public place. Okay, they want school, they want that atmosphere and infrastructure. That's why they found a small public place where they started a school. And the school was meant for children who had never stepped out of their home or had dropped out of school because of problems at home. Understood? The girls found a small public place for where they started school. Understand? Okay, a small public place avarendu idu ഉപയോഗിച്ചെന്തിന്? സ്കൂളിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്. And the school for whom they start the school. The school was meant mainly for the children who had never stepped out of their home. ഇതുവരെ വീട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് പുറത്തിറങ്ങാത്ത ആൾക്കാർക്ക്. Okay, stepped out of their home and had dropped out of school because of the problems of home. I told you that dropped out of school and because of the problems of the homes. Understand? The girls found small public place and they started a school, and the school was meant for children who had never stepped out of their home or had dropped out of school because of the problems at home. Okay, it was very difficult in the beginning. Students would just not show up, but we didn't give up. Starting it's very difficult to mold the children because first thing that they are not mentally fit for getting education. Understood? Okay, and we would go to their houses every day and ask them to come to our school. Every day they want to go. These 3 young girls want to go and call them to school. ഈ വരാൻ മടി കാണിക്കുന്നവരെ ഈ 3 പേരും ചെന്നിട്ട് വിളിച്ചോണ്ട് വരണം. Okay, and finally after 6 months of doing this, students started coming to school without us having to drag them from their homes. Drag means we want to drag them. അവർ വലിച്ചഴിച്ച് കൊണ്ടുവരുന്നതിന് പകരം എന്തായി? Surely they started themselves to come to school. After 6 months, Tabassum recalls, remembered. Okay, all of you? Okay, then next paragraph. In the first month, they had 35 students. Okay, first month they have 35 students. But after a year, they managed to enroll over 170 students. Okay, and in the school. However, the battle was only half won as far as they were concerned. They think that it is only half won because the biggest challenge was to bring the girls who had left school altogether. Completely. Altogether means completely. They think that their success is only in halfway. because if it want to complete what they want to do, yes, they want to give me the biggest challenge. What is the biggest challenge? Was to bring the girls who had left the school all together. Understood? That is the biggest challenge. Even though they got 170 students in a year, after a year, they think that they only in the way of half won, because they want to, if they want to complete their success, what they want to do? Yes, they want to get those girls who drop the school of their education or their education completely. Understood all? Okay. Then their parents did not want these girls to leave their homes. Okay, these girls' parents did not like to send them to school. What is the reason? They thought going to school was a waste of time for them, as they could do household works during the day, she says. Then what they said that, oh, going to school and getting education is a waste, and it is better to doing household things in the home. That is better. Who said like that? Their parents are saying like that. They are not ready to send their girls into the school, because girls mainly just mean for doing household things. That is the situation, and that they are thinking, their parents are thinking in that way. Okay, all of you, have you get the chapter? Okay, then we are moving to our second question. For whom did the three girls start the school? For whom? They started school for the children from the village, and most importantly for the girls in the village. They started the school for the school. Listen. They started the school for the children from the school. Write down, dears. Children from the school. School ano? They started the school for the children from the village. Okay, village. And most importantly for the girls in the village. Most importantly, girls in the village. Okay, write down fastly. For what I wrote these all things on blackboard, that surely I can expect mistakes, spelling mistakes. Okay, don't make spelling mistakes. All of you listen. Speed up. Okay, give me what is the most important challenge. That means what is the biggest challenge? What was the biggest challenge the three girls faced directly in your textbook. What is that? To bring the girls who had left school all together. To bring the girls who had left school school all together. Okay, speed up. Okay, then you must study these question answers today itself. Okay. Then we can, I told you 3 question answers I wrote upon the blackboard, and surely you want to by heart everything. There's those who are fearing about your spelling mistake or anything, surely they want to write it 3 or 4 times and study. Okay, simple question answers, okay, all of you. Okay, then what they did, you know, they have a plan for their own. They have one plan to get that girls. Okay, then inshallah we can discuss it later next class. Okay, all of you listen, all of you study this all thing. Surely ee class എന്നാണ് അവസാനിക്കുന്നത്, that means എന്നാണോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇതിന്റെ സെക്കൻഡ് പാർട്ടും കിട്ടുന്നത് അന്ന് തന്നെ എന്താണ് ഇൻഷാല്ലാ അതിന്റെ പിറ്റേന്ന് surely we have one test paper. Don't forget it and study everything. അന്നാന്ന് എടുക്കണം, അന്നാന്ന് തന്നെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, പഠിക്കുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇറ്റ്സ് ബിക്കം എ ബർഡൻ. ഓക്കെ, ഓൾ ഓഫ് യു സ്റ്റഡി വെൽ. താങ്ക് യു.